Hey guys, welcome back. It's Maverick here with another episode of Tensura. So, anyways, last episode, things got really serious, right? We saw some actual death, some actual tragedy. There's still quite a few characters missing, who I hope doesn't mean that something is going to happen to them. Although, honestly, I feel like that's kind of improbable. If it were to happen, it would have happened already, I feel, unless they really pull a surprise on me and whatnot. But, beyond that, though, well, we got the entire Myulan situation, we got the entire Falmouth King situation, and I guess you could say that Clayman is laughing to the bank right now, right? Although, I do have a feeling that all the stuff is going to be reversed, probably starting from the Falmouth re-invasion, if we will, they said it was, what, a week later, or something like that? Something tells me that Rimuru is going to give them a very warm welcome. So, anyways, let's get into the episode right now. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Okay. Although, I have to say, this is kind of... If you really think about it, it's not that useful of ability. You can't directly control their actions, right? I mean, like, how... How closely can Clayman... How closely can Clayman monitor her? We know that he's monitoring her somehow, right? That much was obvious in the last episode and the last episode. I mean, that's the correct decision. You know, get your head in the game. Honestly, if it were me, I wouldn't let, and the other dude stay with Myulan. Like, there's no telling if they will try to do drastic measures and save her or whatnot. They're clearly not thinking clearly at this point. I don't know, am I being too harsh? But again, this is a situation where literally the nation of Tempest was invaded, lots of people were killed, and one of the main culprits is just like right there. Like again, I'm not saying to like immediately torture or punish her or something, but some countermeasures are to be expected, right? And I mean, she doesn't exactly feel remorse for doing the things that she did. She's basically like, yeah, I did it to survive, right? Like, does that suddenly make it okay? I mean, sure, for her, but what about for the people of Tempest and whatnot? I don't know. I guess maybe again, how was this handled in the original work, right? In the light novel, did they really show a lot more of Mulan? Really got us to sympathize with her, saw her interactions with Yom and the others and whatnot. Really made us start to love her. Was it more of that kind of situation? But even so. Okay. That's a predator dis effect using gluttony. Is that what the translation is supposed to be? Okay. So basically, eat out the poison first. You know, the poison. All right. Okay. Is she actually going to be dead? What? Yobuzo's dead as well? Holy shit, they really just killed her off like that. What? We didn't even get to see her die on screen. Holy shit. I have to say, I was not expecting this at all. Damn, they really just did Shion in like that? What? I actually thought she was one of the main cast as well. I mean, literally, I can count on one hand shonens that just kill off their main cast like that. What? So necromancy doesn't exist in this world? Or vampirism? Or something like that? You'd think Clayman was a vampire. eat her or something like that. Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. No. Okay. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I was like, they can't be just doing Sean dirty like that, right? Not even letting us see her die on screen. Like, come on. Yeah, as long as there's a chance. Okay. This makes much because again, I was like, I can literally count on one hand shonens that actually kill off main characters close to the main character. Like it's one thing to have like your teacher, your sensei, or something, your parents die or something like that, right? Actually, part of the main cast, like seriously, unless it was specifically for continuing the plot in some way, and not to mention we don't even get to see her death as well. The girl and the dragon, Mila. Mm-hmm. All right, so Milam, right? The Chaos Dragon. Okay. So basically, Rimuru is going to become a demon lord. Is that what you're saying? And also, he's got to find a way to insert the soul back into the bodies. What? It works that way? What? Repeating? or I sorry, not repeating, but infinite. What? This came out of nowhere. Grimwald. You guys are seriously a bit too incompetent to be the princess's bodyguards, but okay. Okay. I guess that's a foreshadowing of a storyline in the future. So that means you two aren't human either, eh? But more importantly, how do you become a demon lord? Demon Lord Seed, eh? Oh, I think I. Ah, the, the orc guy, right? The pig guy. Okay, okay. 10,000 souls. So he needs to kill 10,000 people to revive them? Okay, then. Wow, they're really going through this direction? Okay. Just like that? Ah, that's how. But, no, you still have to. I mean, okay. I I don't. All right. We're suddenly getting really hardcore here. Well, you are already a hero, right, Yuan? I don't know. I'm so conflicted right now. Okay. All right. All right. Hmm. Well, see you guys after this. Well, okay, okay. I guess everything still ends up alright at the very end here. Woo! And here I thought we were just, we were really losing our, lighthearted little, slime adventure and whatnot. Although I guess a lot of humans are gonna be dead, but hey, war is war, right? I don't really have too much of a problem with that. They are the invaders, that's their own downfall, right? But yeah, anyways, I was super surprised, honestly, at this episode with Shion's death and whatnot, because it just doesn't, it's just not how things are done, right? Like, if it actually turned out to be done this way and it was permanent, I would actually, even, I would actually even give them props. I wouldn't be too happy with it, but I would have to give the work props for doing something that is really quite unique and irregular, right? Like I said before, there's typically in shonen series you don't handle deaths like this, especially for someone who is kind of a semi-main character, I guess you could say, in Shion, who really, as I said before, in shonen series the only true deaths are those that either can really serve a purpose to advance the plot, or it's sort of like still support characters in a way, right? They might be really close with the main character and whatnot, but they're still ultimately support characters. And typically there is a specific reason for their death here. Shion's death, if it actually did happen permanently, I guess would have been I guess a sort of a change of the direction of this anime, of Rimuru's direction and whatnot, and direct him towards a separate path, if you will. But now that it's been revealed that it's all going to be undone at the end, it kind of loses some of the impact, right? But again, I just feel like I was super surprised when I saw Shion stuff like that, because there's really no indication that she's going to be one of those who are killed off for the purposes of advancing the story. That's for one thing, and the second thing is because we never actually saw her actually die in battle or die on screen, right? So you know typically even with these kind of deaths, you have to show either how they went out, blazing guns with glory and whatnot, or maybe a super tragic death or something like that. And in this case, we didn't see anything. We literally saw her trying to protect the child, and then screen was cut, and that was that. So it makes a lot of sense, right? For her to eventually be revived, and for the rest of the people as well. And so I guess Rimuru, we're gonna be calling him a demon lord from now on, which again, I've mentioned numerous times. I feel like the Kingdom of Tempest and Rimuru himself, they really need some political advisors and whatnot in order to really play the game of geopolitics. Now, granted, he already has this idea of installing Yom as the king of Falmouth, right? So potentially, maybe he can still find a way to swing this on his side, but honestly, I could already foresee a situation where the church is probably going to be spreading a lot and lots of rumors as to hey, this Tempest Nation is ruled by this evil monster, this evil demon lord Rimuru, who killed the entirety of Falmouth's army and the church's army and whatnot, and then who knows? Perhaps there might even be a united human coalition against the nation of Tempest, right? Now that is some some things I'm already looking out for, knowing that this decision is being made here. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm against this or something. It's just that for a lot of these sort of fantasy works and whatnot, I do enjoy if there's a certain presence and a certain amount of political tactfulness, I guess you could say. I mean, if you really want to brute force anything, I guess you can do so as well. It's Rimuru. He has all the different abilities, and everything works out in the end, right? But yeah. Anyways, so that's basically my thoughts for that entire part. As for the part that I really don't agree with, again, the entire Myulan treatment and whatnot, I really don't like it at all, right? Letting her, and the funny thing here is that in the end, it turns out that she was literally just being held hostage, just her own life, right? Just herself. Originally, I was thinking, okay, what kind of sob story are we going to get? Is she going to do this for her family, for someone else, for a loved one, or for a or for a I don't know, for her sibling, for her parents, or something like that, something of that sort, right? But no, it was literally herself, right? And that's not to say that you don't deserve sympathy for that, but again, it's the lives of one versus the lives of who knows how many people were actually killed here, right? And it's sure everything worked out in the end because apparently there is this way to revive them and whatnot, but still, I mean, I'm not saying that you should just directly execute her or something, though honestly I would not be against that decision, but at least let her try to atone for her sins, if you will, right? Question mark. And in fact, I would have loved it even a lot more if look, I can, during that situation where Rimuru was like, hey, I'm gonna kill her, and then all of them went ballistic, right? I can understand Garusha's what the wolf boy's name, I think it's Gruntius, or something like that. Anyways, I can understand him, right? He doesn't exactly pledge allegiance to Rimuru, right? He's another demon lord subordinate. So him, going ballistic and going like, yeah, I'm gonna fight my way out. Okay, fine. I think that's expected of him. Yom, to his credit, didn't exactly, jump up at that opportunity because he was conflicted, right? His allegiance to Rimuru versus his love towards Myulan, right? And he didn't, in the end, he didn't really actually do anything. Sure, Rimuru still restrained him, but I don't know. It's hard to say if Yom would actually go and try to put up a fight or something. On one hand, like, sure, I understand that he loves Myulan very much, but on one hand, he does swear allegiance to Rimuru, and on the second hand, he probably also knows that it would be a futile attempt to even try to go up against both Rimuru and Benimaru, right? So, I expected his reaction, and trying to plead for Myulan's life, offering his own life instead. That's all fine and dandy. I would have liked it a lot more if at the end there, with Myulan's heart being replaced and whatnot, if he, and perhaps along with Myulan, really showed a lot more gratitude towards the entire situation, if you will. And honestly, like, where's your sense of responsibility? The least you can do is help out in this mess, right? Like, even if Rimuru, I don't think you should even allow Rimuru to ask that of you or whatnot. That should just be something that you effing do, right? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like at that kind of situation, it's like they really got off basically scot-free for causing a lot of trouble, which, thankfully, seemingly there's a way to reverse, and if not, right? If not, so again, perhaps, you know, we can sympathize a lot more with Myulan and whatnot if they really truly showed their entire story and so on and so forth. But honestly, even if this was someone like Shion or Benimaru or something like that, you know, I would still be saying the same thing, right? I wouldn't necessarily just execute you, but you know, you are kind of expected to at least offer your services, right? Unless, of course, the end there was basically Myulan using, you know, Yuum as a sort of cover to using him as a sort of excuse in order to you know, to make amends, if you will. But if it was, then I gotta say that was very, very subtle, right? Because we actually do have this entire love story going on between Yuum and Myulan as well. So I don't know. It's just hard for me. Anyways, I really don't like how the whole situation was treated. There's a way to do this kind of character. There's a way to do this kind of story. This is not the way that I think may either make sense or is appealing. At least to me, anyways. But hey, I certainly would like to know what you guys think about this as well, and particularly any light novel readers. You know, do you feel a different way towards Myulan and Yuum and whatnot, and you know, the eventual treatment of them due to some stuff that that was perhaps in the light novels but not particularly adapted into the anime. So, anyways, that's it for this episode. Well, I guess from next episode on, we're gonna see a lot of blood. And well, if this is an excuse for us to see some good battles and some you know, some great grand scale battles as well, I am all for it. Anyways, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.